Hey Zookeepers, it's your boy Brandon Kirkman, one of the Kansas City Kaijins. That's right, we're doing a new bit, and we also got a new spin-off project we're doing. It's Super Sentai Brothers. You know Podzooky, we usually talk monster and kaiju movies, but we're doing a little side project right now with two new hosts, and myself included, that being Nathan Parker and Zachary Boyce. Zachary Boyce, a former guest, and then Nathan Parker, completely new, but already crushing it on the first episode. We're going to be slowly going through the original Super Sentai series, which is Gorengers, all the way from 1975, and talking about the episodes. We'll be doing this between like regular Podzooky episodes. It's going to be a fun mix-up, but let me tell you, you're in for a treat. This first episode that we did is wild. We go a lot of places. As always, if you do like the podcast, reach out to us at Podzooky on Twitter, just at Podzooky, or email us at podzookypodcast@gmail.com. Whatever you send our way, we'll read on air. And if you like what you hear, tell another friend, or, just give us a good review on whatever you're podcasting. It really does help us a lot, and we love doing the show, so we love to hear it. Anyways, Go Power Rangers? I'm going to figure this out as we go. Boy, it's embarrassing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep my business off the gram. Switch my style like I switch hands. Going to war in foreign land. Fuck out the way, bitch. Back it up. Shit better get played in the palace. Wait.
A good place to kick this off. I didn't really think about the introduction, but welcome to the Podzooky side project. We're talking Super Sentai today. The only thing I came up with is we call ourselves the Hollywood Bad Boys, or the Hollywood Kaiju Bad Boys for Podzooky, which is myself, and then Luke, and then Martin. I was thinking the Kansas City Kaijins.
Okay.
Kaijins are what the Japanese term for monsters, like the ones that the Power Rangers fight and whatnot.
I think for the intro, they should picture us jumping midair and changing costume.
I can't wait to talk about this. So I got on my co-host, which will be doing the side project, while Luke and Martin are taking a little break, though you might see some familiar faces in future episodes. But we are going to be talking about Super Sentai, the original series that Power Rangers is based off from 1975. Its full title was Himitsu Sentai Gorenger. And I got a lot of opinions I'm ready to get in about this. This show is fucking wild.
It's bananas.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of tokusatsu in general, which is like the term for special effects shows in Japan, which are basically like all of the superhero projects that have been around since like the 60s. So you have your Ultraman, you have Super Sentai / Power Rangers, and then Kamen Rider, and then Godzilla's technically one of those too. A little lizard you might have heard about before. So, but no, I've been obsessed with all this stuff since I was a kid. Like Godzilla specifically, my dad got me like a VHS of Godzilla versus I think it was Mechagodzilla was the original one we had when I was like 6 or 7. I just watched it over and over again, like the little boy on the spectrum that I was, just memorizing lines, trying to get my feelings put away, put them into Godzilla, all the good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah.
I feel like we should start it off with introducing how on the spectrum we are. So yeah, I'm one of the Kansas City Kaijins, Brandon. I'll hand it over to Nathan Parker here.
I'm Nathan Parker. I'm most certainly on the spectrum. Yeah. Maybe in the middle of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
Right in the middle of the spectrum, and as a young man growing up, dealing with the real reality of the Black Cross in my life.
Oh yeah.
I found that my proclivity for autism is extremely helpful. So
yeah.
I have more feelings about that, but please, Zach, introduce yourself.
Zach Boyce.
I should do a reverb on that.
Yeah. Zach Boyce. I don't know. We don't acknowledge autism in the African American community, so it's probably pretty bad. But I was raised on Power Rangers. Like that's the whole, lower class kids, we were all about the toys or whatever. So
they were so good, man.
Yeah, Turtles, Power Rangers, all that. But Power Rangers was like a big one.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think everyone could identify to an individual one, and it was an easy costume. I was, I think I was the Black Ranger for 6 years,
Yeah.
So. I think when I would watch the show, I'd have to wake up early to watch it. I forget what time it was on, but it was probably like 6:30 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
Which was also around the same time that I think they later started airing Pokemon. It was like 6:30 in the morning on Saturday or something.
Yeah, that seems about right. I should look up when Power Rangers came out.
So I was able to watch Power Rangers for like probably at least a few weeks without my parents coming down in the morning and seeing what it was. And then for them, it was immediately too violent.
Really?
It was. This is just violent. This is just dumb. And one of the things that I'm going to enjoy talking about here is how unique the cultural presentation is. The way that some of the source material's energies are coming through when I'm watching it, when I'm a few years old.
It's really interesting to me, and I looked it up. It was 1993, like in August when Power Rangers came out. Which I mean, that was like
I was exactly 5 years old.
that was like the end for all children when they saw that. Of like, no, this is the best thing that's ever been made. I feel like if you're in that age group, because it's like you get cool teens. A few of them can dance really well. One of them is smart. One of them can do a bunch of backflips, as we all learned in the credits at the beginning.
So many backflips.
Yeah, it's a lot of backflips. R.I.P. Yellow Ranger. I found out she passed away.
D-Tran, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
R.I.P.
But like, you have that. Then you have the fact that they get to turn into like superheroes and then beat the shit out of these little putty guys that everybody hates. And then on top of that, you give them a big ass robot to like fight a bigger monster. It's like such a simple recipe now. Thinking of like all the things a child's gonna like.
Yeah, like they're fighting a witch on the moon. Like, I'm in. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
sold.
Witch on the moon.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really like about thinking about this now as a 35-year-old almost versus like literally a 5-year-old when this came out. There's no better way to sell something than to put the toy on the screen on a little set and just shoot that, which is essentially what it looked like when they're filming those robots. They basically just have the toy that you can go buy in the store.
It's perfect.
Stop doing whatever kind of animation they need to do to make it work. It's so fucking perfect.
I think it's like, I mean, for the time, I just think about the backlash of like politically correct culture at the time, because it's like 93, and then you have both like a black character and then a also female character, but they like get to fight and do all the cool things that all the white people do too. I remember that like coming up a lot and hearing it on the media, and I think about how we're in that same cycle with like the term woke now, and it makes me think about how humanity maybe has had a good run. Like we should just kind of end it. But I don't know why I went down that path, but I got there mentally when I was thinking about it.
It is pretty awful when you think about how that cycle just repeats itself over and over and over and over, and it never fucking stops. Oh.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I feel like because I can think all of these timestamps, and I think like one of the fun things before we get into like all the Super Sentai stuff is that it was like a lot of kids' first introduction to like Japanese media without realizing that's what it was.
It's a big thing, yeah.
And this is the thing, that's what I'm saying about like my parents coming down and just being like, having no context for what they're seeing.
Yeah.
It seemed so, like, it was obviously a foreign language to them.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I feel like when I've gone through, and as I've gotten older, I've gone through more tokusatsu series. I've gone through a few of the Sentai ones just to watch them, including the original one the Power Rangers is based off of, which I'm not going to give the title of because it's going to be a trivia question later on. But, like, they are actually a little bit more insane than what we got, which is something really wild to think about.
Yeah.
Like, the original Power Rangers that they took the source materials for is, like, these ancient cavemen that were frozen in time. They bring back to modern Japan to fight a witch on the moon. Yeah. So they kept that, so good for them. And her, basically, like, goal is...
Witch on the moon.
And her goal is to revive a dude named Dai Satan, which is a great name, to wipe out humanity just because she's, like, a little mad at things that happened back in caveman times.
Oh, so she has a reason for wanting to wipe out humanity. It's not just as in the version of the show that we're getting, where the pure motivation is just to wipe out humanity. Why do you want to wipe out humanity? Because it needs to be wiped out.
Let's be honest. Just because she wanted to kind kind of a bitch.
With women, am I right? You know, it's like, that's the American.
Well, I'm
like,
tired of all this politically correct culture we get. No.
I love the American exec. He's like, it's some broad on the moon. She's mad about something. You don't never know what they're mad
it's
about.
It's okay. She'll get married to a skinless dude eventually. Got a big old Z on his staff.
We project to make $50 billion. Like,
then it happened.
Yeah. It really did happen. And then I gotta give props to them because, like, going back and looking at, like, how they reskinned the show, they kept a lot of the original series that they based it off in the 93 one. But, like, I thought Lord Zed and all of them were going to be, like, other monsters from the series. Those were all, like, original creations they did just for the ones they got. And then as they got more and more of a budget, they actually started doing their own stuff and just using, like, basically the footage from Japan for when they'd be fighting, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's all really interesting. Also finding out Saban, who made it, they're, like, legendary assholes. Which, of course, I mean, it always makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like it's, like, a good introduction to, like, our experience with, like, Power Rangers. And now we've gone back to the beginning. It is 1975. And Shotaro Ishinomuro has made Himitsu Sentai Gorenger. So this dude who made it is like a famous comic artist in Japan. He made Kamen Rider, which is not big over here, but it's a lot bigger in Japan. Mm-hmm. And then like other animes like Cyborg 009 that got basically remade the comic and they made it into an anime. And they were all pretty popular, properties. But 1975 is like, what if I did Kamen Rider, but there's 5 of them? Because let's be honest, it's like not super creative, but I love that his through line for a lot of his series are like, there's a group of people that want to get revenge on a fascist or a white supremacist of some sort, which is no joke. The dude was like pretty progressive for his time, but also he hated fascism. Like, I mean, in the series that we watched and the original comic, the main villain's name is Black Cross Fuhrer. Like, it's like just a straight up like.
Well, he has a clan hood.
I was waiting till we could get to the clan hood,
like,
which is like the first image of him is just. There's no way you can't see that, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's like he's not fucking around. Like you can't. You can't second guess. One of my favorite things online.
The whole image of the Black Cross. I'm sorry. Continue, but like it's so fucking fashy.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Like you get both Nazi and white supremacy values together finally, because they've been separated, as we all know.
The team up that we've been waiting for,
Because the KKK,
they're
Nazis,
pretty dastardly. I mean,
I think we can agree the KKK and the Nazis have very different values, but it's fun to see them put together finally.
the Nazis might have hated Catholics less.
That's true. Yeah.
So maybe the Nazis are better.
Yeah. But the funny thing I want to get to is that you still see this fucking dipshit comment all the time online. This is going to be a very specific tirade I have to go into. Recently on Amazon, they put out Kamen Rider Black Sun, which is
I see you've been tweeting about it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. But, like, it is super political, like, to the point where one of the characters is trying to kill the prime minister and then does, and this is like right before Abe got killed.
Oh no!
Because he's like this basically super conservative that's trying to sell the government to like this evil organization to get money for it.
Wait, I love it.
Yeah, it's really good. But then you see so many tweets where like, I'm tired of them trying to make all this modern like tokusatsu and Kamen Rider shows political, and then you go back to the original source and they're fucking fighting Hitler. It's like, come on, dude. Like with Kamen Rider, the original villain was like a revived agent of Hitler. Like not even like this is kind of like 6 degrees separated. It's like literally straight path to Hitler and fascism.
Oh, it's like Boys from Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just funny to be like, no matter how far we get in culture, there are still those people that are like, I'm tired of everyone trying to get everything too political. And it's like, everything's political, dude. Sorry. You gotta take a stance on something.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I do love seeing, every time I see the clan hood, and then the image of the it's basically a white cross behind it.
Yeah.
Or like a cross
the way
of
it
light.
should be.
The cross of lights.
You mean the default cross?
The correct cross.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking sick looking cross. It's
a
so
great,
gnarly.
I gotta say this, it's that argument that's not good to make, but they do have a really good fashion sense and monster design for their whole organization.
Okay, so here's and this is jumping ahead because we haven't discussed any of the amazing things that happen in these episodes. We're just scratching at the surface.
Yeah.
But in episode 4, when now, correct me if I'm getting these names wrong, because I have another trans.
I had to write them down, too, because,
Master.
Yeah.
And Commander.
Yeah.
Master and Commander.
Mm-hmm.
Oceans are battlefields.
Oh, no. Well,
the man's name is... The man's names are...
Yeah.
The man's names are Master and Commander.
Oh man, we got Rob Kushel listening.
I've been
now.
having an afternoon, you guys. It's a whole journey.
I did have that thought for a little bit, just because that meme's become so like volatile online.
Have you guys have seen that fucking movie, right?
Yeah, and then
it's
also
fucking sick.
Yeah, and also like the guy who got that tattoo of the opening line from the movie on his back.
Yep,
too.
I retweeted it
It's so good.
proudly. But in episode 4, Master and Commander is wearing like essentially a Hugo Boss SS uniform.
Yeah.
Which is really, I think, just like to indicate his importance, but there's something about some of the fascist imagery that sort of creeped onto like the good side a little bit, where like you see like there's a giant eagle on his big Hitler,
gotta be careful of those eagles.
Hitler hat, his Hitler general hat,
Yeah.
and it's a little wild.
I mean, listen, we all agree birds are majestic, but you gotta be careful of that imagery.
You really got to know where you're putting them, and like
And I do think
how
it's-
wide their wings look.
And is that funny if like that their imagery is like, well, you gotta fight fire with fire, you know?
Yes.
But yeah,
Maybe.
I think we should get into like let's get into the premise. We'll get into like episode 1 of what happens. I love that it is a 0 to 11 show, no doubt of like it is full gas, no
my
breaks.
God.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No,
Like-
seriously, I thought there was something wrong with my stream because I don't know how you guys watched it, but I was watching.
Shout out to archive.org.
Oh,
which
That's how I was
yeah.
watching it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't take away the rights they have for archiving a lot of our digital freedom. This is going to be a weird tirade I'm going to go down. So I'm getting away from Twitter. I use Mastodon a lot more, which I recommend. I love Mastodon. Mastodon is...
You're so brave.
Thank you. I'm very brave. I'm very cool. Mastodon is like ultra-left Twitter. Maybe I'm simplifying a little bit more, but I really like it a lot. But I was talking about archive.org, and a friend brought up, was like, yeah, you can support them, but you got to know they have some bad practices. One of their, people in charge in the management positions were harassing one of their employees. So you got to be careful about who you're supporting. Like, I know that's bad, but like the overall thing they're doing is really good too.
Yeah.
Like I can't be like, okay, throw archive.org in the trash now.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. I agree. Yeah, you shouldn't harass your employees, and that's a really bad thing. But also, I don't want Congress to like pass all the laws where we can't have anything archived and corporations rule the internet. too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's
It's a gray subject. Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No, like that guy sucks.
Yeah.
It's like the guy sucks.
Yeah.
The guy
I
isn't
hope-
the thing.
I think he listens to Podzooky, so if it's him, I love you, buddy. But man, come on.
Look, I love what you do so that we can have this experience.
I always want to
together.
be moralistic in what I'm doing too, so I definitely agree with that. But there's like it's the pick your battle saying, as they say.
Speaking of picking battles,
Yeah.
transition.
Oh, that's really good.
Boom.
This is why we got you in there.
I'm watching it, and 0 to 1,000. We're all
Yeah, not 0 to
Oh,
11.
yeah.
It's like 0 to 1,000.
I thought I missed something.
I thought something was wrong because there's explosions happening immediately.
You cut to our main character, whose name is Kaiju. Kaiju? I wrote it down before. Man, I have bad handwriting. Kaiju is like playing soccer with the boys. Like it just opens up,
so cool.
and he's kicking around. He's getting ready to make a goal, and then just
They're having a
explosions.
totally
right away.
normal soccer
Well,
game.
then, they shoot the arrow into the soccer ball.
Yeah.
And they're
It's
like,
literally
what?
the first kick you see. It's like, this is a totally normal soccer game. Let me kick this ball. Black cross.
Yeah, they're to kill everybody who's associated with the Eagle organization, which is like the good guys. So we go to that, and then we get to our next character, which is the eventually the Blue Ranger.
Can
which
I
is
shout out the cool prop sets?
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
absolutely.
sequence? Because it's the introduction of the cool prop sets that just sort of blow up in like
Oh,
goofy
yeah, I love it.
ways.
Yeah.
And there's one. The danger building. There's a building that just says danger.
Oh yeah, I
on
forgot about that.
What goes on in the danger building? How is that associated with the Eagle organization? I don't know. It's not explained.
Yeah.
They have a danger building, and unfortunately, it is no more.
Yeah, I feel like before it was destroyed, they had a sign that said 0 days without accidents, and that 0 never went away. Like they named it aptly.
The crater.
And now exploded. And then they go through basically all of the 5 Rangers, and this is one thing I gotta say is like the blood of Power Rangers, even in the original 1975, is like so strong. Of like I can see all of the ties they're still doing. Like the main character is the Red Ranger. Eventually, they even call him Ranger, even in the back or the back all the way 1975. And they go through all of the other Rangers like that are all working for the Eagle organization. How all of their friends are killed off, and they're the only remaining one. So you go to the Blue Ranger, which is Akira. His whole team basically gets murked by Iron Mask, which is a really cool looking fucking Kaijin who's
He's got like that kabuki.
He's got the kabuki look. He's
samurai.
just got, I love that, like, they all have kind of cool props and things to do. He just has an arrow and shoots a lot of people with arrows.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he does.
He does it well.
He does it well. That's like, he's a master of his craft, so you have to appreciate that. He's the only one survivor of that. They go to, I think, who we're going to spend so much time talking about in this podcast, which is, did I write it down? It's Daika, which is the Yellow Ranger.
That's
We're going to talk a lot about him.
That's the homie.
First off, I'm going to break this down before we get further into the episode and like talking about this. This is something we've been robbed of in modern Power Rangers and Super Sentai. He's a big boy. I love that. I love that he's a big guy.
He's got this round face that there's a moment at the end of episode 3 where he's just smiling and they're all giggling and he lays his head on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, Kaijo's shoulder, and like it's a real masculine bonding moment with no toxicity.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It
There's
is.
real love. I'm gonna say this because I'm giving away a little bit early before I get to reviews. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed these 4 episodes. I thought it might be like a chore. We haven't done it yet for this podcast, but I think originally we are going to do the original Kamen Rider series. And I love Kamen Rider, but there's like a lot of old episodes where like, this is dog shit. Like I'm not having a good time, and I can see that they basically just had to get this episode out immediately. Which I think might happen if we did watch all of the series, because another thing I have to say, there's 84 episodes of this.
Oh my God.
That's too many episodes.
It's about the same number of episodes as The Sopranos, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. It might be The Sopranos of Japan. Yeah.
We might need to actually do a side-by-side. If it is, I'll double check if it's the same number of Sopranos. We might need to do a side-by-side.
Oh my God. I had to go get a morpher. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the lyrics for that. We'll
Woke
get
up
it
this morning.
Yeah, woke up this morning. Had to get a morpher. We'll workshop it later.
It's coming together.
Theme song will be
it's
ready.
absolutely not.
Theme song will be ready soon.
Anyway, so like getting back to this, the Yellow Ranger named Daika.
Sopranos is 86 episodes, so it's not perfect.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
Sopranos is 2 episodes better, basically, is how we'd say, which makes sense to me. I don't want to drink too much.
It's pretty good.
Anyway, so we get introduced to the Yellow Ranger, and like I'm saying, this is an honest opinion, but also kind of a funny thing too. Is like he is like a slightly more portly, bigger character.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking about like I don't know where it changed, which I'm gonna guess it's like the next one immediately after this, where all the Power Rangers are always like kind of like slim and fit individuals. There should be more big boys in different body types. Like it's so cool to see this big dude going around beating the shit out of people as the Yellow Ranger. It's really fun.
It kind of reminds me, and Zach, I think you had something to say, so I don't mean to cut you off. It reminds me a little bit of the scene in School of Rock where Jack Black says like, "Hey, I'm a fat guy. It's cool to be fat. I like eating food. It's cool."
Yeah.
Because this guy, he loves eating food. And then like it's just a part of who he is, and everybody just kind of
we can get into that now because we talked a little bit about before we started recording. It's Daita, his name. I was looking it up because I got worried I misspelled it, which I did. Anyways, Daita. 4 of the episodes we watched, all of them at one point, we'll talk about how much curry he's eating or how much he wants to eat curry. Which is so fucking funny
Just
to me.
to the point where like they almost tease that it's going to be a plot point.
Right.
Like they sort of like tease it. I think in episode 3 before you reveal.
Okay, we're gonna jump ahead. We need to talk about this immediately, which is the funniest thing to me in the world. So as these episodes go, each of the 4 episodes we watched, the monster, the Kaijin who killed off their team, they basically like get their revenge as they're going. Yeah. And the monster, Bronze Mask, who killed off all of Daita's team and left him alone as the lone survivor, like gets him trapped and gives him a plate of curry that he just eats. Something like he's poisoned it and he's gonna have to get like an antidote. He just gave him a big bowl of curry and he's like, "This curry tastes good." He's like, "I know." Well, anyways, you have to go save this kid within a half hour, and I need you to take this seriously. And literally, like, this is honestly a very fucking funny scene. Like, props to the writing team. He says, "Okay, I need to go save that kid. I have a half hour," and then he goes and eats some more of the curry. And it's like, the curry's really good. I'm sorry. He's like, "Oh, that's right. I have to go save this kid."
He legitimately gets sidetracked by this delicious, and it always looks pretty fucking good too.
So this is like getting into really nerdy Japanese culture and cuisine stuff because I'm sorry, I grew up too much into anime and culture as a kid, and I'm still atoning for my sins, but golden curry is like a really popular curry mix in Japan. So a lot of like the restaurants and bars would have it where it'd be like a really easy mix you could do, but like it's a consistency and a mixture that tastes really fucking good. Like they have it now. It's basically golden curry is like their mac and cheese, like over there, like their Kraft mac and cheese. So he's right about wanting to eat it all the time because that's how I feel about Kraft mac and cheese, basically. So
That's fucking great.
and you know what? Shout out to that. Maybe it's an early for a plug, but go out and get some golden curry. You can find it at a lot of supermarkets too.
Can I just a curry sidebar, if I may?
Absolutely.
I don't know if anybody follows Jen Mac Ramos on Twitter.
No.
Who I follow them for their baseball commentary mostly. But they're just a bit of a shit poster leftist, I think, at this point. At least that's how they use Twitter. And
I love your Eve 6 types, absolutely. So
absolutely, yes, 100%. They did a March Madness curry bracket.
Oh, that's good.
64 kinds of curry. Now, at a certain point, you go from it pairs like Vindaloo against Tim Curry.
Okay.
For example,
Did Tim Curry go pretty far?
Tim Curry did okay, but it really did. I forget what it came down to, but I think Vindaloo was in the final.
Did you get Steph Curry in there too?
Steph Curry's in there. I mean, like they really worked. They had 64 curries on this bracket, so they got pretty creative.
Fun food, and also a lot of names for people.
Yeah.
It's delightful.
Do you remember who won?
It was an actual food. I don't remember, but it was an edible curry.
I'm thinking about like my top curries. I feel like I put a green curry almost at like number one for me.
I like a Thai.
Thai green curry. Ooh, so good. I love like coconut and some stuff.
A variety of Thai curries would curry.
I like curry. I feel like I haven't had a lot of curries. I feel like I only dabble in the Thai ones or whatever.
That's what I know best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always so good. I like hot
Thai
stuff, and they don't hold back, and I love that.
Yes, you can get it fucking brutal.
Yeah. Those people that are brave enough to go above medium and they warn you, it's like, you gotta be careful. They're telling you the truth most of the time.
Or I love when you're like, I want what you eat, and they're like, we're not.
It will kill you.
Yeah, you will die.
You can't handle this potion.
Yeah.
You sometimes have to like beg them for it, but
Yeah.
like Thai spicy, not American spicy. Thai spicy.
Can be fun in the right mood, but yeah, it does hurt at a certain point, I think. I'm sorry. I get that white gene too hard in me sometimes. But I do love a spicy curry. Anyways, we got sidetracked. We're going through all the Rangers. The first episode is just introducing them all. We talked about the Yellow Ranger, which I feel like is going to come up a lot because he is you know what I'm going to say? He's a character.
He stands out immediately.
Yeah.
The first shot of him in the dojo.
Yeah, and they're all
right
like doing
when
judo, right?
When the attack happens, he's not quite center framed. They're all framed so like they all sort of proportionally take up, all the other guys in the dojo take up proportional amounts of space on the screen, right? Yeah. They're laid out all together. And he's just sort of off center, but it is very clear immediately that he is the most interesting one
that's
on screen. Like it's just like in half a second you're like, oh, I want to know what this guy's about. Look at him. He's awesome.
I feel like it rewards your curiosity because like I feel like even in our own tropes you're gonna expect like the silly kind of rotund guy to get killed off, but no, it's like no, we're following his journey, which is great. The next after that we have Peggy, which I think is funny. I had to check. Her name is Peggy, but
Peggy, resident baddie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Pink Ranger / Momo Ranger.
Momo Ranger.
Yeah. She once again. This is another thing where I was pleasantly surprised because I think like maybe I'm like too regressive in my own mind of like it's 1975. There's no way they're gonna let her fight or just do her own thing. They just let her go out and like kill and do all the things the boys are doing.
She's on a solo mission for one of these episodes.
Yeah, her things are like explosives.
Her things are explosives, which is really great.
All
She's
of
the
her
most
jewelry is explosive.
She's the most volatile weapon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes,
she's the demolition expert. Yeah.
No, she's fucking cool. When she at a certain point in one of these episodes, she dresses up in disguise
As a reporter. Yeah,
as a reporter, and she like has this moment where she like changes her hair and she does her makeup, and it's all these scenes are very quick, like they're happening very fast, but they have the space to give her a minute to like admire herself in the mirror and say how cute she thinks she looks.
And good for her.
And it's just for her.
Yeah.
There isn't really anyone else commenting on it at any point in the episode.
Yeah.
Like it's really sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
surprised.
Go off, Peggy.
I mean, it's like the more we talk about it, I'm surprised at how progressive this is for like a 1975 Japanese show coming out. Once again, you might have noticed too at this point in the podcast, I completely skimmed over the Blue Ranger. which is he doesn't really get much of a personality other than he's like the guitar guy later on.
Okay. Anybody else have opinions about this guitar playing?
Not really. I mean, he looks cool. That's about it. He's like the cool looking guy in the background. He like does the nod. He'll like do the hat.
He has the hat.
He's like a troubadour.
Yeah, he's a troubadour.
He's like, there's a. My experience with Japanese television in general and Japanese culture is I don't have a ton of exposure to it, but I do feel that there are certain types, and there is a type that is that guy, sort of like a long-haired, not effeminate, but a little bit androgynous,
Right.
And there's something about the cowboy hat and the guitar that kind of, it's not a cowboy hat, but he has like a fedora of sorts.
It's a bit of a like desperado vibe.
Desperado.
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, which is not Japanese, but
I feel like
But
Desperado's
but-
like a international.
you get a there's a desperado trope type in Japan. Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong at all?
absolutely
Well, and you know, I don't know if you know this. There's because you don't think of those like Worlds Crossing because they're so far apart, you know. But like, there's a strong like cholo community in Japan.
I'm aware of that. I am totally aware of
like
that.
like California,
Yes.
like Latino gangsters.
They've adopted that.
Yeah, and
I
they're-
gotta Google that after.
Yeah,
this
and
podcast.
it's the makeup, it's the clothes. They drive the lowriders on the hydraulics.
Oh my God.
And it's and you know you could just be driving through Japan and you're like, am I in L.A. right? Like what is happening right now?
That is so cool.
It's so wild.
I've seen there's a really excellent reality show called Terrace House. I don't know if you guys are
I've seen
familiar.
Terrace House, yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I've seen almost every season that's available to stream here in the States. It's essentially a miniaturized Big Brother.
Yeah.
3 boys, 3 girls live in a house somewhere, and there's cameras everywhere, and they have jobs or whatever that they do, and like then they come and go through the season. They'll get replaced
Right.
every once in a while if they decide they want to leave, and there's no competition. It's just sort of they're like kind of dating and whatever.
It's a very fun show. I've only seen I think 2 seasons. I got turned on to it by my brother and me because they talked about it a lot. Which I thought was really
Cool.
fun.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's really nice to see a show like where you get to see like basically this whole reality show where you can like kind of follow the people, and then because it's a different culture, it's interesting to watch. But like, I like that there's no like reality goal of like there has to be this like cutthroat battle.
No, there's no game. There's nothing. It's just vibes, which makes it fun to watch.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought it up is because on that show I sort of got introduced to this idea that in Japan there are, I think if it was. I'm sure it could be considered appropriation, but I think more accurately, it's sort of a way of for people to sort of experience these different expressions. What the fuck am I trying to say? There's I don't know. They do this. They'll take a thing from another culture, right?
But the thing is, it's not appropriation because it's more.
Lay it on me.
Yeah, they're paying homage to it. I feel
Yeah,
like when
homage might be a good.
Yeah,
one. It's like an appreciation.
Yeah, it's an appreciation.
Yeah.
Like because I feel like what we do in the West is we take something and then we go, we made it.
Yeah.
We don't give the props to. I feel like whenever Eastern countries do that, or like Japan, it's always like we admire that
Yeah. I
thing,
think
and we want to honor it. Like
let's get ultra specific here, which I think of one of my favorite authors, Haruki Murakami. He's a huge jazz person. There's this huge like jazz culture in Japan of like going through all of the classics and being really into it. But it's not like they're taking the culture. Literally, you could go to like these jazz bars in Japan. And they will tell you like all of Miles Davis's like discography, but also know other people like Pat Martino and get into stuff like Wes Montgomery, and like they really enjoy it and know it very well, as opposed to like we have a jazz vibe and that's our thing now, which I think is like a fun difference.
yeah.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, it's
And jazz in like 70s Japan is like
oh yeah.
wow.
We did not talk about this. We mentioned on the group chat very briefly, but the intro song for this completely fucks.
Okay,
the outro song slaps
Yeah, that's
too.
really good.
Well, and the outro song is also used several times
Yeah.
in each episode, sort of in fight scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of points where there is extremely cool music playing.
This is how deep I'm into tokusatsu and like Kamen Rider. That is, they call them insert themes. So like when a big battle or something dramatic happens, they play that song. So the insert theme is also the ending theme in this, but it's a really good theme.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
All the music is good. What the opening credits are some of the most fun opening credits. And actually, I did have a note in here comparing the experience of watching these opening credits, at least for these 4 episodes, to how I feel like when I watch The Sopranos opening credits. That is my favorite piece of media maybe ever. And I never skip the credits. I've seen the whole series more than 10 times.
Yeah.
And I never
good series.
skip the fucking credits.
I feel that way with certain things too. I've watched where like it has a really good banger, and that's definitely true with this. I feel like also, once again, going back to tying it to...
It's disco.
It's disco. There's like a really good bass that just kicks off right away.
Yeah.
It's very funky. I feel like they did a good homage with it with like Power Rangers when they did bring over the States, because that also is a banger of an opener.
Oh yeah, that's another bop.
Yeah, you can't forget it. Like once again, it's just Go-Go Power Rangers, but like extreme metal rock of the 90s, but like a really good tune.
Oh, that fucking guitar.
Yeah, just like getting so into it. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, so I feel like that's like a good setup. That's all of the Rangers. The only one we didn't talk about was Asuku, who's the Green Ranger / Mito Ranger. He's
with
like
the boomerang.
He's like the hard ass.
He's the hard ass, but I like that he's into riddles, and he's also green, so he's got really big Riddler vibes. So you just gotta get that off the bat.
I feel like I'm still feeling him out. I haven't quite gotten.
We didn't get to this episode either, which will be the 5th episode. I feel each of the episodes, like the first one is basically against Gold Mask, who killed all of the Red Rangers team, and then it's each episode's the monster that kill off their team, and they get their revenge. The only thing that's kind of weird is like the individual team member doesn't like kill off the monster. It's like them doing their thing together, where Red gets to do the finisher, which happens at the end of the first episode even. But I feel like we got to talk about this, which is the whole setup for the first episode is they introduce you to the team. They never explain why they can turn into the Rangers, which I love.
It's incredibly baffling.
Yeah, my favorite thing is it's very similar to the Morphers, where they like, instead of them doing like an announcement, they have the belts, but they just turn around really quick and then they turn into the Rangers, which I think is really great. Or they jump up and they do it.
Yeah.
Also, the Black Cross goons, those guys also do this.
Yeah.
In the 4th episode, there's the one guy who lies to to a couple of our Rangers, and he appears normal.
And then he like flips around and he's the Jade Mask.
Yeah, he starts to giggle a little bit. By the way, guy gives a great performance.
His voice, like, I know it's in Japanese, but it felt like every line he was delivering was like yelling at top line, like, "How dare you do this to me!" Like, it's so, whoever that guy was in Japan in 1975, he gave it all of his energy, and I love that.
There's a couple of really fun like character things that are happening with these actors.
But what I want to get to is like the end of the first episode is they get together as a team. And once again, they don't explain a lot of things. It just goes from 0 to 1,000 of like the Red Ranger's going around, and then he's watching all of the other Rangers train, and then he throws like a card to meet up at Gone Snack, which is the bar they meet up at is just a bar and snack place called Gone Snack, which is a great name. They all get the card. They meet up.
Snack.
Gone Snack. Just G-O-N. I don't know if that means something in Japanese, but it's a fun name.
I love that their base. It's like, take 2 elevators.
Yeah.
And then you're there. There's no like. It just made me laugh so hard. Yeah. It's like.
The only like securities they have like these little bars they have that are the color that they put in. Yeah. But even then I feel like.
But that kind of goes away after the first episode.
No, because they put the bars in, and then I think they just leave them there.
Yeah,
they're just in there permanently.
Leave their keys in the door.
They show it like in the background of a couple of shots, and they're just there. I think
they're a little lackadaisical about it. If I'm being honest,
I think maybe some people will exploit that weakness.
Different
later.
time, Different time.
Oh, you
didn't have to lock your door because
you didn't have to lock your secret ranger base.
You have to worry about all this Kaijin crime running around.
Yeah, just the good old Black Cross.
You know what? We think they were the bad guys, but they had some good values I kind of agree with.
Look.
Let
them cook. Let them cook.
It's almost like going the opposite of going full horseshoe theory of those people that try to make it seem like Nazis were socialists. I'm like, come on, buddy. I know that socialist was in their title, but for very different reasons that they had that there. Anyways, weird leftist tirade aside. They get to the end of the episode for the first one. They all get together. They find out where Gold Mask is, and they have this basically show off. And this is where he's getting excited, because I know that for the first series, they're not going to have Mecha. They don't have Zords yet like they do in Power Rangers. I'm going to get into... Actually, I guess I should talk about it now. So, there's 3 series that come after this altogether. So, this first one is the Himitsu Sentai Gorengers. Immediately after this series, they do Jack Q, which is basically they're like card themed. So, it's Jack. So, like, you have the Joker... Or no, the Joker... What am I fucking saying?
The king, the queen.
The king, yeah, the ace, king, queen.
Jack.
That's why they're called that. That series did not do well. This is where it gets really interesting to me. So in 1978, Toei, which is making this series, they licensed Spider-Man over there. There's a Japanese Spider-Man. In Japanese Spider-Man, made in 1978, they give him a giant robot, he's the first one that has the giant robot like Power Rangers do. It does bonker sales in Japan for like toys and ratings. So the third series they make, which is called Battle Fever J in Toei, is sponsored by Marvel. So Marvel actually is responsible for doing this. And they add the giant mecha, which is basically like the Zords in the third series, which is when it becomes super popular. So basically Marvel Comics is why we have Zords and like mecha in all of these Japanese shows.
Okay,
that's wild.
We got to make sure that Kevin Feige doesn't hear this.
Yeah.
We really got to worry.
the tape.
We can't let... This might be a good podcast episode, and we can't promote it too much now.
So yeah, the third series of Super Sentai is like sponsored and made by Marvel, which is crazy to me. And then like
stop saying that.
Yeah. And then like Stan Lee was like a huge fan of this whole series and all that, and the Japanese Spider-Man, so like he was involved with a few of them too, which is crazy to me. I had no fucking clue that was true. But yeah, Battle Fever J, which is the third series of Super Sentai, is where they get the giant robot, and from there on, of course, you go super huge robot from there on out because it's cool. It's like as simple as that.
Yeah, it's escalation.
Like I said, you can put the giant robot on the set with the cool, weird, fake houses and streets, and just film it and then tell kids to go buy it.
Right, it's perfect. But I mean, I feel like they had the connective tissue there already for this first series because they have like a giant helicopter they get in, and like you can tell like they want it to be a giant robot so bad. They're all like in the pilot positions like they would be for the Zord and all that.
You can see the bones.
Yeah,
the bones
just
in there.
slowly the flesh forming on it.
It is a really badly designed
helicopter plane.
Well, I was thinking like when they're going to intercept the hot air balloon in a later episode, I was like, don't get too close. Yeah. Don't fly above it.
Yeah,
because it has rotors like on the bottom of it.
Yeah, which is really stupid.
That's just
insane.
Like, is that the second episode where they send the pipe down to suck up the...
Oh, yeah, that is the second one.
That one was cool.
Yeah.
That I liked.
The pipe sucker, as we know.
The sucking pipe.
But I went on another very long tirade for their finisher, so I was getting excited because I'm like, I know they don't have the Zord, but in Power Rangers, they had a few episodes where like they would like combine their weapons and like shoot a laser beam to kill the monster. I was not expecting this because I did not read anything about it. They bring out a soccer ball bomb.
Yo.
They kick around until they kick into the monster and then he explodes.
I was like, I'm in.
I'm like, oh, chef's kiss. That's so good.
I didn't think in a million years that soccer would come back around. And like when they did it at the end of the first
Full
episode,
circle.
I thought it was just like, it was just going to be for that episode. I had no idea that they were going to actually make that a finishing move for the entire series.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, we're only 4 episodes in. I'm trying not to read too much, but I think they have different finishers that it goes through. It would be funny if they eventually get one where it's like a giant weapon and they're like, why were we doing the soccer ball? It's so crazy to me.
What if they do
the soccer ball thing again?
Yeah. I can't imagine. Well, no, I'm trying to like make it baseball.
Yeah,
because that's what I like.
They should do all the sports.
I don't think it would work as well, but all right.
Unless they like pitch it around a little bit. And the last person throws it and he like bats it and it explodes.
I mean, here's the thing. By the end of the 4th episode, when they brought out the soccer ball, I was like, they're bringing out the soccer ball again.
Here it comes. We love the soccer ball.
Soccer ball.
It will kill them. It's so funny because like the build up to each time is like the monster trying to like get away. And it's like, he's going to get soccer ball. It's simple as that.
It's so good. Every time they say, like, well, I'm going to run away. And then they run away.
It starts on the second episode, so we can just get to the second one. The second one is the Iron Mask, which kill off all of the Blue Rangers team. His plan is to get a ray that turns everything into the desert, make a rocket that shoots it down to turn everything into the desert. They, of course, destroy it, and then he's like, okay, I'm going to get away in the rocket. And, like, as it's flying off, they just get out the soccer ball and explode him again. I mean, I know that's going to be, like, the method each time, but, like, it's so fucking funny to me.
Oh, but wait, in the second one, didn't they put a bomb on an arrow?
They did, so that he could get him. That's right, I forgot.
Oh, and then they did the soccer
Then
ball.
they did the soccer ball. Because they destroyed the rocket, and then he had a second rocket to escape with. Which seems like too much planning, and also it's kind of like you're admitting defeat already if you're doing that.
He's like, I told you we should have done 3 rockets,
Yeah,
all right?
3 rockets would have done it. It's ridiculous to me. I feel like we can kind of go through the other episodes kind of a lot faster because it's a very formulaic thing. And that's why I'm, like, thinking about, like, I'm really enjoying it right now, but knowing there's 84 episodes of, like, this, I'm like, how are they going to mix it up as it goes?
Yeah.
Because it's like they have the main monsters that kill all of their teams. After that, I wonder what they're going to do. Because, I mean, by the time we get to the 5th one, we know that guy's going to be killed off at the end of the episode. So...
I'm just here for the ride, you guys, because
Yeah.
because the thing that they have to deal with in episode 2 is a sand cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how fucking cool the sand
Sand
cannon
cannons,
is?
They, of course, have it like where they demonstrate its power, where he kidnapped these scientists to basically work on it, and one of them tries to escape, so he's like, fire the sand cannon at him. And it like shoots him, and they just like show him turning into sand, but it's like so cartoony where they like have a giant wind gust blow away the sand afterwards.
It was a little morbid, though. I was a
Yeah.
little
Oh, very morbid.
This is kind of a lot.
Have you guys ever seen the film Altered States?
Yeah, I have. I love Altered States.
Really reminds me of the end of the mushroom trip.
Yeah.
When he's I think he goes to Mexico and he takes part in a ceremony.
And he's in the cave where he's like sitting there.
He's in a cave, but at the end of his trip, sort of like seeing creation and stars and people rising and falling, he sort of imagines himself and somebody else, I think, that he's with, just sort of decaying into sand.
Right.
And the movie's probably made a few years after this. Looks a lot like what we saw.
Yeah, it really does.
It was really cool.
That movie is so funny to me because I like it a lot, but it is basically like, it's not a horror movie, but it's like, what if you got so fucking high or you got so fucking in your own mind you turn into like a homicidal ape?
Yeah. that movie, you know who wrote that screenplay?
Who's that?
Ronald
Eddie
Reagan.
Chayefsky.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Slate.
Ronald Walter Reagan.
I was wrong. You were right. It was Ronald.
Bobo,
Reagan.
you're never going to believe what I wrote.
Nancy. This apes. Yes, the apes.
Apes.
No,
you know
that
what
movie's
we're
written by
talking
Patty Chayefsky, the guy who wrote Network.
Oh my god. Yeah. I can kind of see that now. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a sidebar.
Yeah. I mean, I'd recommend Altered States.
Sand cannon.
Yeah, they got it from that. So the sand cannon's pretty cool. They kill Iron Mask eventually after his second rocket escape. I feel like that's like a good summation. The thing that feels weird to me is they don't have an end of each of these episodes where like the Blue Rangers like, finally I've gotten vengeance for my team. They kind of like just move on to the next one right away.
Yeah, I didn't even really realize that that's what they were doing until the 4th episode.
Yeah.
Because they don't really comment on it. It's like these guys just show up and they don't really remind the audience who they are.
Yeah.
They just assume that you will remember it.
They're like very company men oriented in their mindset and how they work. Of like, I'm just here to clock in and clock out. You know, sure he killed my team, but we're here to work together.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't take this home with me.
I've seen him before. Well, let's get it pitter patter.
Get the soccer ball out. We gotta do this. It's pretty fun. I feel like even the 3rd episode's like a pretty fun thing going on. It's the whole Yellow Rangers episode. Once again, he gets like more beats where he's like, I gotta avenge my team and all that. He doesn't say it, but like he's going against. He's like, oh, that guy, basically. But like we said earlier, everything kind of starts going sour. Where like the Bronze Mask. Another thing I forgot to mention. Each of these monsters always kidnap this kid like named Taro, who's just like, I think hanging around to get kidnapped each episode. Like I don't know what this kid's relation is to the team, but he's like hanging out at the cafe, and like every time without fail he'll like wander off.
He the same kid who was the scientist's son? That's the scientist's son,
Yeah,
right?
it's the same. Yeah.
Why is he still hanging around with them?
I don't know. I think that scientist has to be a bit of a better dad.
Does the scientist work with them now?
He gave them the powers.
Oh, he did?
Scientists
Yeah,
gave
they
them the
explained that
powers?
at the beginning of one of the episodes.
Oh, I missed that. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
because
Completely missed
I
that.
think it's the beginning of the second episode. They're like the remaining scientists on the Eagle Army thing.
They really go to
They
breakneck
give
speed.
it happens too fast, but it's like like the beginning of like I think wasn't G.I. Joe like that, the cartoon where they're like, well, this is an elite team of mercenaries. It's they do it before the intro starts where they're like, after being destroyed by the Black Cross or whatever, the remaining scientist gets his power to like the 5. Like, he develops this thing to give the 5 remaining people power to give revenge.
I love that.
Yeah. I was like,
It makes more sense now why, like, he's there and Taro's hanging around. But, like, it's so funny that, like, if you just miss one, like, line of text, then it's like,
it's
I don't know.
literally like 5 seconds.
But I'm okay with that. I'm saying this a little bit cheekily because this is a kids show and it's silly.
Yeah.
But they're kind of just trusting the audience to figure things out instead of over-explexplaining it.
Which, I mean, I do appreciate that in a day and age where everything is, like, always being talked down to if you are condescended by media.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Marvel is kind of doing that a lot.
Yeah, too much.
It's like, I get it. Move on.
They
Just
trust
tell me
you
an
there to
interesting
have
story.
fun and keep going, which is nice.
This is a lot of the films I've been watching lately are not American films, and there's
Canadian.
exactly. And in Canada, they trust their fucking audience.
They really do.
It's the socialized healthcare.
Yeah. You know what? I've heard stories like you have to wait 10 years to see a doctor, so maybe we should think about how great capitalism is. Doesn't everybody have that one aunt who's like, oh, you have to wait to see your doctor? I'm like, have you ever called your doctor and tried to schedule an appointment and they're like, oh, you can come in this week? No, every fucking doctor I ever had is like, oh, I'm kind of booked up for the next 3 to 4 months. Like,
and they're like, and in 4 months, I'm gonna need $20,000.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so I can never see the doctor.
Our system's worse.
Yeah, it's worse than everyone.
It's objectively worse.
But we've really trained our public to think it's better somehow. I don't need to get into that. Going back to this and the series and everything with it, I like that they trust you, they have fun, they just go with it. And like that's why I feel like we can kind of go through the episodes faster because each episode now is just going right off the bat.
They have a formula, they stick to it, they do it very efficiently.
Right.
But they also, like, these episodes are still 22, 23, 24 minutes long.
Yeah.
They're still packing in a lot of... They're doing the same things over and over again, but there's a tremendous amount of variation.
Yeah.
They're still shooting whole new scenes of the same thing over and over again.
Which is really fun. And it's like I was saying, we can already summate the 3rd episode even pretty easily because, like we said earlier, the Bronze Mask guy is like basically his plan, which I think is really funny to me, is that he has a big bomb that's going to explode the base. They didn't think too hard with his one. They steal the bomb after doing like a whole James Bond scene of the Yellow Ranger and the Red Ranger sneaking in.
Oh, it's just a big old nuke.
Yeah.
It's just a nuke.
It's just a nuke.
It's a nuclear weapon.
You got to go with the classics. I
Clearly
get
a
that.
nuclear weapon.
Yeah. Like they have the footage they use for it that's like displaying that. But like basically Red and Yellow Ranger.
They literally use stock nuke footage.
They do.
I think.
Which, once again, this is in Japan in 1975. It's only been about 20,
Still a little
30
fresh,
years.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Too soon, I'll say.
It'd be like we had footage that uses 9/11 like in 2003, basically.
Yeah. Whoa.
Slow down a little bit. Give it some time to ruminate. Then it becomes a very funny joke all the time. Anyways, they have that. The whole build up to the episode is they sneak into the base to steal the bomb. He gets upset they stole the bomb, so he steals the kid.
Question. Maybe you guys can enlighten me. Yeah. Why do they wear their normal clothes for this mission?
I have no clue. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out.
Because
too.
they wear their normal clothes, and then when they get caught, they switch into their fighting outfits.
Right. But they should have just been fighting. Yeah, just fighting outfit right away.
It should be fighting outfit the whole time.
Because if you get caught,
they're
you're
on
just
a
gonna
mission.
fight.
You gotta fight.
I know this is jumping back a little, but one of my favorite little moments was when the Red Ranger was on his motorcycle in his regular clothes, and he turned around
on the motorcycle
and changed into his other clothes.
I'm still trying to do the math on that.
I forgot to write that down, but that was awesome.
Hey, hell yeah.
I don't know how it works, but it works. So yeah, basically the plan is he steals the bomb. He gets upset, so he steals the kid to get the bomb back. Of course, they bring the bomb and they they trick him. They basically get into a fight. And my favorite thing is like they defeat him, and he has the other thing where it's the same exact thing where like, oh, I have an escape rocket. Don't worry about it. And they're like, get out the soccer ball.
All right, there you go.
But my favorite thing before they do that is the bronze mask power is like he turns into like this really strong, huge bronze bell, and then the Yellow Ranger's just like, I'm just gonna pick it up and throw it in the air. Don't worry about it, man.
They just blow him the fuck up.
Yeah.
How did the kid get in the bomb?
I don't know, but it was also super funny for that episode. I forgot. They don't show them defusing the bomb. They cut to the scene at the end where they're all going back to base. It's like, if we'd done that 5 seconds later, that kid would have been toast. I like that they didn't even show you like the drama. Like you know how it goes from here on out.
They took care of it. Yeah. It was fine.
Once again, it feels like this movie trusts you to be a smarter audience than most MCU films, right?
You know what happened.
It's really letting the audience fill in some of the gaps on their own.
It's like they beat the bad guy. Of course, they defuse the bomb in time. We don't need to see that.
There's no tension in this show. There's no suspense.
Yeah. And we'll get to the 4th episode. The 4th episode's about the Pink Ranger, Momo Ranger. Was once again they had that really great scene where she like turns in the report and she's like, you know what, I look great today. And you're like, you do.
Can we, before we get into episode 4, can we talk about the flute?
Oh, the flute. Yeah, I forgot about the flute. Weird power.
Awesome power. I mean, this is a creative, sensitive. He's beautiful. Flute playing.
Bronze Mask. There's a side to him, and it's like I guess you do say I thought it was a weird power, but the more I think about it, it's a very multi-useful power because he can just play it normally, which apparently makes the bomb go off faster, or he can shoot out a poison dart that kills you right away.
Did he also use his flute to shoot the Roman candles at the stunt actor?
Oh yeah, I think
in that one shot, I think it shot Roman candles.
Yeah, just like shooting off the ground and all of that.
They just took a Roman candle and shot it at a stunt guy.
Yeah,
it was great.
So I like that there's no expenses spared for explosions and weird just things going on.
My first note is so many explosions.
Yeah,
my first note for the whole thing.
And it's like a joke in both Power Rangers and Super Sentai of like, oh, okay, every scene there's going to be a transformation explosion. I thought that was like ramped up over there. No, it's been there in the DNA since like 1975.
Oh, yeah. This is a choice that they made 50 years ago, and nobody's
back down.
That was the first. That was the pitch. I think that was it. They're like, let's just blow stuff up. And we need to justify.
Oh, and it's for kids.
Yeah.
Okay, well then they like Kamen Rider, right?
Yeah.
Just 5 times Kamen Rider explosions.
Yeah.
Money.
And you get like 1 explosion for Kamen Rider when he's fighting the guys. Now you have 5 of them. Yeah. So it's great. Well, yeah, so that's the 3rd episode basically goes through. We got through all of that. The Barrage of the Flute.
The 3rd episode is also, I know we're moving on, where I realized how much our favorite boy actually does consume curry rice on screen.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That was the first thing I thought.
He's really eating.
There's no spit bucket.
Big mouthfuls.
The first,
swallowing them.
Because the first episode again, or is it the 2nd episode where he gets 4 of them, and he's like, "You're not gonna be able to eat all 4 of them."
I don't remember
first
which
episode.
But yeah.
And he's like,
"Oh, that's like his intro to the curry." Yeah,
he's housing it, and I'm like, "How many times did they do that take?" Like,
I hope they went easy on him.
Yeah. He died halfway through the show. Which actually might not be a joke. I gotta look that up just to make sure it didn't happen.
He does eat a lot of curry rice.
They just death by just arteries full of curry.
This is also the episode where we find out that Master is Commander.
Yeah, which we all kind of knew, I feel like. But I like that once again they're trusting you to put it together.
I kind of wanted them to just be taking their orders from a computer the whole time.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would have been, actually, that is sort of what I wanted.
I mean, that's our future with all the
AI-generated orders.
Yeah.
But, I want Master and Commander to just, God damn, I just want more Master and Commander jokes.
Yeah, they're coming. Russell Crowe's somewhere in there just waiting to get in a fist fight.
He's got his violin. He's ready to play.
I think he's got a... I want to just see one scene where they actually show the behind the scenes where he's, running into the back room to get out of his chef outfit, put it all on, and then to run down. He's just, sweating,
He's standing behind the computer. He's not even piping in the vocals.
Yeah. I want to see that so bad. But yeah, the 4th episode, it's the Pink Ranger's time to shine. Once again,
Such
great
a good
character.
episode.
Yeah.
I loved this episode.
Once again, I like that they never do dumb it down like she's a woman, so she's weaker, she can't fight. Literally, her escape plan when she gets in prison is, I'm going to throw a needle into his eye, grab his gun, and then mow down all of the other soldiers.
Gonzo shit.
Yeah. This is, I gotta bring this up too. So they already, once again, day 1 of Super Sentai, they have like the standard foot soldier, which instead of it being putties, they're just called soldiers, which is just like terrorists in like fucking weird spandex outfits, but they just like they arm them with like terrorist
They're
stuff.
strapped.
Like, yeah, they got
Like
AK-47s, they got weird swords. It's
a lot
great.
of the weapons that we see are quite cartoony, right?
Yeah.
We have a whip that's just like sort of a limp rope.
Yeah, it's very
the
limp.
boomerang.
The boomerang, you know, like they're very silly, but like every once in a while it's like, no, do like guns, gunshots,
Yeah.
blood, like injured man crawling over a berm, like
Oh my goodness.
know
Sand
that-
ray, you
it's
know?
right.
And once again, like how funny and like tropey it gets with certain things is when you have like a secret agent that's like getting them information show up, you know, like he's gonna be dead in 2 scenes.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that so much.
It's like
with
was it that red shirt in Star Trek? Is that how
yeah,
that goes?
that's absolutely it.
There's your red shirts.
Also, scientists, not a good world to be a scientist in this show either. Like, if they're going to show you how the weapon works, they're going to use it on one of the scientists in the episode to show you, oh, he dead. So, yeah, the 4th episode, they get to the Jade Mask, which is the guy who killed off all of the Pink
Jade
Rangers team.
Mask is so fucking cool. you
He's
guys.
really great. Weird design, too, which is fun.
Incredibly weird design.
I want to say, like, they were like, we're going to do, like, a Mayan-looking kind of, like, god for the design and have, like, all these weird kind of, like, protruding colors and intricate designs. But he's just got, like, a big stick he beats people to death and then, for some reason, makes a mold that kills people.
He makes a mold that kills people, and he has a giggle like
Yeah, very Joker giggle.
like my girlfriend's 11-year-old daughter. They have the same laugh.
Gotta make sure that's not a Jade Mask running around there.
She's a little stinker.
You can get some green mold on you. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
we
game
love
over.
her.
Yeah. So my favorite thing about this like plan is that he has a weather balloon that he's gonna release the mold to kill all of the Earth. The only thing that they're ever vague about is like the Black Cross just wants to kill all of humanity, which we're not sure why, but sure.
Because it needs to be killed.
Yeah.
This is where I have a little bit of a hard time with the show, actually. I'm glad you brought it up because, we established maybe in our pre-show banter that all of humanity should, in fact, be extinguished.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That it is worthless. You brought it up.
We're
I
all
believe.
members of Antifa, so we think that all organizations should be killed. Parents and families shouldn't exist. We should all worship Mark's man.
You got to be careful because if you keep going, you're going to actually make the argument that National Socialism is socialism.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I believe his name was Mark's man that we all worship and love over God, who doesn't exist and we will kill.
And is a woman.
And is a woman. And we are going to make all the youth trans, finally.
All the youth already are trans.
think about it mentally. I love the rights concept of Antifa because it sounds like a Power Rangers villain organization.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They throw cans of soup and,
Yeah.
know, they look like boys and girls. You're like,
Yeah. What would their monsters of the week be? I gotta figure this out for the next episode. I'm gonna make some Kaijin Antifa soldiers.
It's the art teacher, you know, like.
Here comes HRT. He's gonna pump you full of things to make you a woman. It's too easy to do. Oh man. But no, for the 4th episode, we get to where they get the escape. Like I said, Pink Ranger has a really fun they just let her grab a gun and mow down the soldiers, and they get out of there. He does the thing where they get the weather balloon. Blue Ranger jumps up there, stops it. They get rid of it, and then he gets his own secret escape balloon. And once again, it's like, get out the soccer ball.
Like, all right.
It's so reliable.
Yeah.
If I could backtrack in the plot a little bit, there's a moment when Peggy's being imprisoned.
Yeah.
Or before it's actually the opening of this episode.
Yeah.
Has a kind of a fun sequence where Jade Mask is showing his evil scientists who the Go Rangers are.
Yeah.
And he's going through their little profiles one at a time. And he specifically says that Momo Ranger, all of her jewelry is explosive.
Right.
And when they find out she's Momo Ranger and they capture her later, She's just wearing jewelry when they put her in jail.
Like, do I have
And
to
she
take this?
immediately blows up the lock.
She's like, don't you guys need to take this? She's like, nah, it's
It happened so fast. And it was the first thing they were told about her.
I like the idea of, like, he's probably just lying out of his ass. There's no way, man.
Exploding
Trying to
door. He says that about every woman that comes for us.
They all these broads got exploding jewelry these days.
It's never true. They
Yeah.
always have normal, functioning jewelry that doesn't explode.
Yeah. And then she's gonna make you join her polycule.
Yeah. And it's like, but he learned that from his father, and he learned that from his father.
He doesn't know how to break the
Generational
cycle.
misogyny.
Yeah. Oh man, it's really fun. I feel like she has a great episode and outing. They kill off Jade Mask at the end of it, so I'm excited when we do reconvene of like doing episode 5 of both. We get Green Ranger's battle with Gas Mask, which of course you got to call him Gas Mask. One of them has to be Gas Mask.
Oh, he's awesome too.
Yeah, looks like a big old.
I mean, you only see him for 5 seconds, but he kills everyone with smoke.
I love
first
that he
episode.
in the first episode he just runs around and smoke's coming
the
out of him.
green gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty dark.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
Real World War I vibes.
And it feels really like I feel like disjointed because like it's a very dark death and like it looks terrible. But he's also just like a little Napoleon guy with a gas mask on, and he's just having a fun time. Right
He's
now.
like he's another little giggle monster.
He's a little giggle guy. I feel like we gotta say
Giggle
that.
guy.
He's on that gas, you know.
So I feel like we should get to reviews and then wrapping it up here. Of, like we watched the first 4 episodes. I mean, this is gonna be a very easy review system because I feel like we gotta get 5 out of 5 Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
We got 5 Rangers. 5 being the best, 1 Ranger being the worst. 0 Rangers being absolute dog shit, which I don't think is going to happen. I think I'll kick it off, and I'm going to say I'm very pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed these first 4 episodes. 4 out of 5 Rangers with a hesitancy of knowing there's 84 more episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to drop off pretty hard at some point. I want to give the show some credit, but like, there's no way we get to episode 60. I don't think we're going to get that far, to be honest. But, like, there's no way I'm, like, at episode 60, I'm like, get out the soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Finish him.
I think I would say 4 out of 5 too. Like I was surprised. And you know, we didn't really talk about this, but for 75 and stuff, like the fight choreography and stuff, I was into it.
Yeah.
It was nice. I
All
mean,
the weapons are kind of cool.
the weapons are cool. Yeah, the costumes and designs are cool. It's, you know, it's wacky or whatever, but like it's probably like you said, it's gonna be, we're gonna watch 5 episodes and be like, oh, it's just this the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be any like plot. They're like, oh, he's sick. You know, like that would be
Character
very
development,
funny.
yeah, it's not gonna like become in pretty full force. I feel like for any of them, though, it would be fun if they have a whole arc like, oh, Red Ranger's got a drinking problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we gotta dive into that. And it's like it's because my father never loved me.
Yeah.
So,
You're like, oh, geez.
whoa.
My mother was a malignant narcissist.
Yeah. I only found comfort in 2 things: alcohol and Kafka. Like, I just love for that to happen. Like, damn, Red Ranger deep, but he's hurt. Yeah.
You ever look at the cover of the Metamorphosis? Just
That bugs me, Dad. That bugs me.
I'm gonna agree with you guys and give it 4 out of 5 Rangers. My only reason for not giving it a 5th Ranger is that we're early in the show.
Yeah, it's too. We have to be
It's
like
too
guarded.
early to tell. But I'm cautiously optimistic. I think knowing what you've shared, Brandon, about the series that come after this and how established a lot of those tropes are from the jump here.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of optimistic for the run of the show. I don't know if we're going to get to episode 86, but if we
The
do,
year is 2033.
I think we might be kind of pumped for the finishing move. Yeah. I don't want to. I think I might have a half Ranger in there, but I don't want to pick one to cut.
It's not a big spoiler, but they eventually, the last episode, I know they fight like Black Cross, and I've seen the designs. Like, it's pretty badass. Like, it's just like a big old evil dude.
That's great, because currently he is just a Klansman.
Yeah.
And it's a little disconcerting every time we have to look at him.
I mean, I do miss when shows would just be like, I want you to know this dude's absolutely evil. It's not like this stupid, once again, going MCU of like, let's hear both sides. Actually, here's the villain. They're kind of like leftists in their values. It's like, I don't want to see that fucking shit. Give me a full-on Hitler. Like, come on.
That's what is evil in the world.
Yeah,
it's
both
an
sides
accurate
argument.
representation of
That's
evil.
I mean, I'm wearing a Joker hoodie right now, but that's like my argument for the joke, where it's like, yeah, he's evil.
Yeah.
We don't need to know that he had a bad like that's not the allure.
Yeah, after you're like through killing your like 30th person and like also like destroying the infrastructure of the city just because it's funny to you, you don't have to be like, well, he was tortured. Like, nah, just fucking murk that dude. Like,
Yeah.
And that's why I think capital punishment's important.
Yeah, especially for time traveling Hitler babies. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think we could. I'll get to the trivia in the stupid game section because I think it's important. I spent time writing these down.
Quit playing
Stupid games.
my heart.
So I mentioned this earlier. First stupid game I want to go is through just silly Sentai titles, which is, I don't know if you guys know the original Power Rangers title, but it's very funny to me, the Japanese like full names for series. So I want to give you 3 of these series and tell me which one of these you think is the original Power Rangers in Japanese, which is Hayakuju Sentai Gorenger. Second option, which is Kaizoko Sentai Gokenger. Or the third option, which is Kaiorui Sentai Zuranger.
I think it's the second one.
I'm going third.
Third is the correct option, which is
Zoo.
Zuranger.
Zoo is
Zoo,
the clue.
think about it,
Oh,
yeah.
the animals.
Yeah.
Which also, I found out it came out in 1992 in Japan, and they made it in 1993. It was a very popular series at the time. It's the first time in a Sentai show that they had them all dinosaur themed. And once again, it's like these executives are just like instantly figuring out like money that prints itself of like, what do kids love? Dinosaurs, they have giant robots, they fight everybody, they're fighting a space witch. It's all perfect.
Yeah.
The other 2 are real shows. They're all anniversary shows, but Gokaiger.
I really thought you made up that second one.
No, they're all real titles, which I think is really funny. And the funny thing about these is a lot of them are like puns in Japanese, so it's almost be like if, you know, like how we have Power Rangers in space or something like that. Be like if they called it like Powerful Rangers instead or something. Like it's just light variations on Ranger in titles. Which, you know, props to them. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's a good motif.
Yeah. I'm going to basically dovetail right off to this is Kaizoko Sentai Gokenger. One of the more popular series is an anniversary one. The Red Ranger has a really funny name to me. Which one of these names is actually the Red Ranger, the main character in the show? Is it Dr. Tremendous, Captain Marvelous, Sergeant Fantastic, or Mr. Violence?
It better be Dr. Tremendous.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
You're not like in love with Mr. Violence.
Mr. Violence.
Like, come on.
Mr. Violence would be great. His actual name is actually probably the most boring choice, which is Captain Marvelous.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
definitely not nothing.
Yeah. It's Are you asking, is this a queer-coded character? I've seen some episodes. They say he's straight, but come on, that dude is fucking...
He sounds marvelous.
It's too marvelous
Yeah.
to be, you know.
But in a beautiful way, I gotta say. Finally, this is the last one I'm going to give you guys for trivia, which is another very popular one in recent franchise years for Sentai, which is Risha Sentai Tokaiger. What is their theme? Do you think it is going to be A, dinosaurs, B, fruits, or C, trains?
Oh, I love the idea of fruits.
I wanna say fruits.
But I'm going to say it's trains.
Trains makes the most sense.
You're both correct. Oh, I should have let you thought it out.
I was gonna talk myself out of it,
Yeah.
so let's just forget all
I got
about
too
that.
excited that you both got trains. I just love that, like, all their choices are either for things that kids are gonna love or people completely on the spectrum are gonna love. Like, there's no other way to put
There's
it.
a lot of crossover in my world.
Big
anyway.
crossover for indeed. Okay, this is fucking talking about things on the spectrum. My interest in tokusatsu. The fruit one is not true of Sentai, but there is a Kamen Rider series where all of the Kamen Riders are fruit themed.
I'm into that.
And you're saying, is this a silly kind of funny season? It's the darkest Kamen Rider season they have too. Not even joking.
And that when actual Heinrich Himmler does
Yeah.
a guest appearance.
Yeah.
Just a fruit cocktail.
And I cannot.
experience.
It's Kamen Rider Gaim. It is one of my favorites. But like the series gets so dark as it goes. Is basically like there's this invasive forest that mutates people as it comes closer. So like there's where they have to kill off loved ones because they were changed by the forest. And then,
So it's like zombie shit.
yeah, there's zombie shit, and then the organization they're working with actually turns out to be the bad guys as it goes on. And their plan is we're only going to save off this portion of like humanity. I don't think it's less spoilers because you find out pretty soon. But I just love that you're doing all of this like emotional damage to the audience, and they're all fucking fruit themed guys jumping around fighting each other. God bless Tokusatsu.
That is absolutely mind blowing.
But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get to the very end of this, which is recommendation and plugs. if you have anything you want to recommend, like just anything you've been enjoying, it doesn't have to be like any set media thing. It could just be a feeling even. Or if you have any plugs, I'm gonna skip plugs though. I've been doing some zine stuff. There's a really fun Ultraman zine that should be coming out by the time this is end of it called Shoe Watch Volume 3. Recommend it. A lot of cool artists working on it. I'm gonna recommend Kamen Rider Gaim because I just talked about it. It's so good. I love it so much still. Very, very weirdly dark show, but so silly looking.
The
Just
stuff
like
you've
life.
been posting is really
Yeah.
pretty fucking
No,
funny.
I'll find like the weirdest funny suits to post. Like with Ultraman, there's literally an Ultraman that has like tribal tattoos on his arm. I'm like, Japan, what are you doing?
Hell yeah.
And it's like his character design was like 2016, like not in the mid 2000s. Yeah,
That is so righteous.
yeah.
I guess I did this 2 days ago. I recommend stealing from big chain grocery stores.
Absolutely. Never steal from like mom and pop or.
Oh no, never. Support local small
But if you're in a
businesses.
Walmart, fucking load those pockets.
If you're
up.
in a Mariana's,
Oh, yeah.
take the most expensive olive oil and put it in your bag because they are not.
I'd almost
watching.
say recommended because their prices are way too jacked up, and you're still getting like jewel level groceries. You're not like going to fucking Whole Foods.
No. Oh yeah. I took 2 bottles of olive oil and I haven't bought coffee in like a year and a half. So
Nice.
Don't
I
start
have-
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're not watching.
Also, olive oil is overpriced. It
Yeah,
should
it's
be
not.
cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I'm not paying for. Or spices. Have you ever bought a spice? Like, grow up.
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket.
Listen, I'm just saying I ain't paying extra for a virgin in a relationship for an olive oil. No way. I don't know what that character is, but we'll figure it out next time.
That's
Tony Virgin guy.
yeah, a foodie that's also a virgin. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
But weird about it.
Virgin foodie does sound like an anime that I would watch. So
It'd probably be pretty good. Way too horny for its own good.
Perfect amount of horny. I'm jealous of your recommendation because it's such a good one. I'm going to coattail it with one of the best things I've ever done for myself, and I recommend anybody who rents and has to use a coin-operated laundry machine. There's a part number on that washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
Type it into Amazon. I know it's Amazon, but you will find the key that opens up the fucking thing and lets you get free laundry.
yep.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's like a $10 to $15 expense,
Yep.
and it pays for itself immediately.
Yep.
If you want to go full leftist, like I like to do, find out the manufacturer, see if they have a website, and see if you can order it from them instead of directly from Amazon. I do that all the time,
Yeah.
and it feels fucking
Yeah.
good. Fuck you, Bezos.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I also do want to plug a couple of things I've watched recently that were just really, really cool, and
I would even plug fucking.
made my week.
I'd even fucking plug once again Himitsu Sentai Gorenger, the one we watched. It's so fucking fun. It's on archive.org, the whole series.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Couple of movies I watched yesterday. Movie called Election came out in 2005, directed by
Witherspoon?
nope. This is a Johnny To directed. He's a Hong Kong director.
Oh,
He made a movie that got a kind of a small release here, maybe 10 years ago, called Drug War, that I really liked at the time.
great title.
Great movie. It's exactly what you think it is.
Writes us
It
down.
is a drug war movie, and it's fucking sick. This is about Election is about the election of a new triad gang leader in Hong Kong, and the conflicts that arise out of that. The Election and Election 2, which they did not name Re-Election, I don't know why.
Damn it, they fucked up.
They're marketed, at least in the States, as sort of like the Hong Kong answer to The Godfather. They're not exactly that, but they have some... I love the way he uses his camera. I love the way he tells these stories. I absolutely love the way that he depicts violence in this very unsentimental way. Just exceptional movies. I also, 2 more quick recommendations. Robert Altman film I streamed on the Criterion channel called Secret Honor.
Ooh, I never heard of that
Philip Baker Hall gives a solo performance for about an hour and a half as Richard Nixon. After he is impeached, he's just drunk and ranting
I've heard of this.
for 90 minutes,
Yeah.
and it is mesmerizing. He has a portrait of Kissinger on the wall. He is talking about his mother in weird ways.
Yeah.
It is a wild
I gotta
film.
see this.
It's it's not a good decision to watch. Secret Honor, 1984 Robert Altman movie, and then the last thing is Manhunter, the Michael Mann adaptation of Red Dragon.
Oh, with Brian Cox as Hannibal.
Brian Cox is Hannibal Lecter. It's a 5-star movie for sure. I saw it once many years ago and just rewatched it last night pretty late, and it's just
people talk
perfect.
About movies like having like, oh, if you go back, there's actually kind of like a chill wave, kind of like 80s aesthetic. I feel like that's the movie where it actually is true. Like, it's perfectly encapsulated.
Yeah.
I always think of
the score is incredible.
Score is great. I think of the scene specifically where, like, he wakes up with his wife after having, like, a terrible dream, knowing, like, things are coming his way. And, like, the lighting of, like, the blues and the purples is, like, so good.
Yeah. The very intense... Like, Michael Mann stopped shooting on film, like, almost immediately when digital became available. And I understand why when you watch some of that stuff. That he did in like Miami Vice. Like, there's a certain look that you can only get on digital that he really wanted. But, oh god, Manhunter looks so fucking good. Mm-hmm. It looks so fucking good. And I wonder if he would shoot on film for like Heat 2, if that actually happens.
I gotta watch Thief still, man. I can't believe I haven't watched that. And also
one of my all-time favorites. Yeah. And as a locksmith, which I am professionally, some of the more realistic depictions of safecracking and breaking and entering that I've ever seen.
I gotta watch that soon.
It is a great movie, man.
I mean, also Chicago one too, right?
It's a great Chicago movie. One of the things I love about that movie, and I know we're really going off on it now, but that movie, the actor, the lead actor in that movie.
Oh shit, I know
James
it too.
Caan.
Yeah, James Caan.
James Caan plays a thief, right?
Yeah. And
his cover is that he owns a car dealership on Western Avenue, which historically, you know, it's if you're not listening and you're not from Chicago, Western Avenue is the only street that runs the entire north-south length of the city, and historically was every part of Western Avenue more or less was a hot spot for used car dealerships. Mm-hmm. And the way that
there's
it depicts,
still a few on there. Yeah.
There's many. You know, where I used to live in Roscoe Village with Jesse, and there's still a few of those over there. And it is a perfect Western Avenue used car lot. It looks great. The lights, it's oh man, incredible film.
And yeah, not to spoil it too, but I know the whole Green Mill theme or Green Mill like scene.
Yes, there's a couple scenes shot in the Green Mill that are really nice. Yeah. It looks great.
I'm gonna watch that. But yeah, I think that's the end of the episode. I feel like we wrapped it up. We have one of the worst sign-offs, which we don't have to do for this one, but I don't know what we do for this now, which is just like, I think we just say give him the fucking soccer ball.
Fucking give him give it to him good.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I'm gonna say. That's our sign-off. If you're having a bad day, whatever it is, like
give him the soccer ball.
Give him the soccer ball. Yeah.
You know what?
Give him the Gorenger Storm.
Your boss giving you a hard time.
Give him the soccer ball.
Your husband giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
Give him the soccer ball.
I love that they once again, I'm going to end it on this, just the last tangent, is they call it the Gorenger Storm. So when you first hear it, you don't know what it's going to be. Like, going to spin around, is going to be some swarm thing they do. They just get out a soccer ball.
Yeah.
So good.
Libtards jumping down your throat, soccer ball.
We regret that you have not yet complied with our order.
This show has been brought to you by Machine Culture.
The words get stuck in my throat.